I love my wife, so why do we keep hurting each other? If you have ever asked that question, I want you to know something. You are not alone. This is one of the most common questions I hear from couples. And here is the truth that many couples never learn. Marriage usually does not fall apart because the love disappears. Many couples still love each other. Many couples still care. Many couples still want their marriage to work. But somewhere along the way, something important gets disrupted. The emotional safety of the marriage. I mean, think about it. When you first fell in love, your spouse probably felt like your safe place. You wanted to talk, you wanted to share, you wanted to be close. But over time, hurt, disappointment, stress, unmet needs, and unresolved conflicts created distance. And when your heart no longer feels emotionally safe, your communication changes. You stop reaching for connection and you start reaching for protection. Instead of, how can I understand my spouse? The question becomes, how do I defend myself? How do I prove my point? How do I avoid getting hurt? Here is where many couples get stuck. They only hear the words on the surface. But healthy marriages learn to listen for the emotions that are underneath.
Amazing.
Okay, so your spouse says, you don't care, and you hear an accusation. What? But underneath, they may actually be saying, I don't feel important to you. Your spouse says, you always mess things up, and you hear criticism. But underneath, they may actually be saying, I feel overwhelmed, I feel alone, and I need a partnership.
Yes, ma'am.
Your spouse shuts down, and you may think, they don't care. But underneath, they may be saying, I feel afraid, I feel misunderstood, or I feel like I'm failing.
Wow.
The words are on the surface. The emotions underneath are where the real conversation is. This is the work I am very passionate about teaching couples. Not just how to communicate better, but how to understand each other's emotional language. Because communication is not just about saying the right words. It's really about creating an environment where your spouse feels seen, feels heard, feels valued, feels safe, and feels loved. God designed marriage to be more than two people living in the same house, coexisting. God created marriage to be a relationship where two people grow together in love and grace and understanding. The Bible reminds us that everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Notice it did not say to be quick to win, to be quick to defend, to be quick to prove your point. It says be quick to listen, because listening creates connection. This is emotional regulation theology. The goal is not simply better communication. The goal is to become the safe place that your spouse has been longing for. Because when emotional safety is rebuilt, conversations change, conflicts change, and then the intimacy changes, and the friendship can come back. And couples who feel like roommates can begin feeling like lovers again. If you are a couple who still love each other, but feel disconnected, if you find yourself repeating the same arguments, if you feel like you're living more like roommates than partners and lovers, I want you to know that there is hope. You do not have to stay stuck in these same cycles. You can learn how to understand each other differently. You can learn how to rebuild the trust. You can learn how to rebuild the connection. And you can rebuild the intimacy, because your marriage is worth fighting for. So the real question is not, do we still love each other? The deeper question is, does my spouse feel safe enough to experience my love? That is where the transformation begins. Feel free to reach out to me if you feel like you are roommates and coexisting rather than lovers, so we can figure this thing out together, and you can become the lover that God created for you to be.